Hello, deaf and hard of hearing housing rights. So what is it that you look for in a place to live in Austin? Maybe you want a friendly neighborhood. Maybe a better school. Or maybe it's important that you live close to a bus line. It's already difficult to find a place to live in Austin, but when housing discrimination occurs, the choice where you want to live is taken away. You decide where you want to live with access to amenities like a pool, a park, a grocery store, or banks that are in the area. The Federal Fair Housing Act is part of the Civil Rights Act of 1968. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination against race, religion, sex, family status, and disability. And I also want to add that in Austin, it prohibits discrimination regarding marital status, sexual orientation, age, or status as a student. What is covered? The Fair Housing Act covers most housing. There are a few exceptions. So what's prohibited? Refusal to sell or rent housing. Different terms and conditions trying to limit the choice. Lying about availability of housing. Advertising in a discriminatory way. Limiting accessibility. The Fair Housing Act prohibits the landlord to discriminate against people with disabilities. For example, they might refuse to answer the phone because they're communicating with a deaf person, or they'll hang up. That's prohibited. The Fair Housing Act offers additional protection for people with disabilities. They have the right to request reasonable accommodations or reasonable modifications. Most housing providers think that housing needs are the same for everyone. But that's not true. A housing provider cannot refuse to provide reasonable accommodations or modifications. Say, for example, a request for a waiver on a pet deposit, or a request to have a service animal in a no-pet building. They cannot refuse to provide a door signaler or smoke detector. That's prohibited because they're reasonable accommodations or modifications. The Austin Tenants Council, ATC, helps people who have experienced discrimination. ATC will listen to you, document your experience, and give you support. If you have a disability, they will help you request reasonable accommodation or reasonable modification. They will help you file with HUD, Housing and Urban Development. If you would like more information about ATC or you've experienced discrimination, contact ATC at 512-474-7007 or visit their website at www.housing-rights.org. Fair housing is your right. Use it.